Right when I said Suge said and Puffy, this shit, the storm came down. I'm telling you, bro, the demons are out, bro. This shit dark, bro. Like the demons are out tonight, bro. I'm telling you right now.
So what?
There's nothing angelic about us. We have brought the fucking darkness to this place. We brought it.
You got it? You stopping to start again?
Yeah.
We brought the darkness, bro.
We need. Are these?
We brought the fucking darkness, bro. We only got a little bit of time left. I gotta tell the truth.
Hey, what is going on with y'all, man? It is Black Balloon, and I'm coming back with another video, man, so y'all already know what's going on. Alright, y'all. Now, I had a couple people hit me up and was like, yo, you gotta talk about the stream where Ray J goes back on, I guess, Mafia-thon 3 or whatever he calls it, Cenat stream. And of course, they're also on there with Deshae Frost, who I've never really talked about on this channel, never had a reason to. And of course, Ray J is back being Ray J on the stream. So I said, you know what? We got to talk about it. I had to ask a question to y'all. You know, number one, I mean, I covered the Zesty stuff because it's also like what I came up on YouTube. I was pretty much the first guy to name the Zesty Agenda videos on YouTube. So that's why I still cover this stuff. It was a part of my come up, you know? So at this point, we got to do it. But remember in the last video, talked about that number 17. I was just wondering, why does Ray J have on that chain? And the thing is, you know, you can do a simple search of the number 17 and you'll find an angel number. You'll find that it's, you know, slightly connected to the occult. But, you know, angel number wise, you'll see like prosperity, you know, financial gains and stuff like that, right? There has to be something a little bit deeper that I'm just not finding right now about this number 17 and what it relates to for people in the industry. Another question I asked is like, why is Ray J being invited to this stuff consistently? Remember he was on, you know, the clip I just showed, that Cam Newton podcast where we talked about that. We did a video on that. But, I mean, we know Ray J is, basically grew up in Hollywood. Didn't he dated Whitney Houston right before she died, right? If I'm not mistaken, they were together, you know, months or maybe even about a year or so leading up to her death. Because I remember him talking about denying millions of dollars to come out and do an interview after she died. He said he would have bad karma if he did those interviews. And he was talking about that money not being good money. It was bad money. I remember him saying that because I did a couple of videos on Whitney Houston, you know, when I started the whole Sacrifice series thing. So in a sense, Ray J was connected to a woman who's, you know, was the voice, was possibly one of the biggest industry sacrifices of all time. One of them, you know what I'm saying? Very ritualistic, from Clive Davis, so on and so on. The passing of the note to Brandy. I mean, obviously they are very connected in the industry. But I just question, like, what's up? What's going on? Like, why are these people choosing to have Ray J around? And I just got to show y'all some of these clips from the stream with Cenat. I mean, there has to be, like, some kind of boundary to what you do for the camera and for views. Like, some people will get under my comments and be like, oh, I did a video, this and that for views and clicks. Like, come on, bro. Come on. Come on, man. I'm not even scratching, you know, how they say it. Basically, I'm not even getting close to what these people do for views. And look, we're gonna go ahead and show y'all real quick. Look, check out this clip now. It gets a little interesting because Deshae Frost kind of seems serious when he says that he had a really bad night. And he also said something that was beyond crazy. He said after the night was over, he was sore and his butt was sore. And I'm just like, yo, y'all gotta stop it. But look, man, with that being said, y'all, let's jump into it, all right? Check this out.
Hold it.
Yo, Deshae.
That wasn't right.
Deshae.
I
got you.
Deshae.
Yeah, I'm just
No,
saying.
You better not rub it. Okay.
Deshae!
Let me get this from
Throw
you.
that away.
Yeah, we gonna put
Deshae.
this.
Watch out, Deshae. I'm trying to get some water. Huh? Watch out. I'm trying to get some water. Just gotta walk it off, you know what I'm saying? That's all.
How the fuck I wake up and Ray J is in a fucking goddamn outfit tickling over feathers over my face? Ray J, you are 45. How the fuck are you up? Go to sleep. Ray J, you are 45. Go to sleep, my nigga. How are you in an overalls outfit tickling me with feathers, my nigga? I'm trying to sleep. You are 45. Goddamn 45, and you over here tickling me and putting your dick on my shoulders. Talk about, I heard a nigga say I used to give Diddy breakfast when he ain't want lunch. I felt something in my butt. I felt something in my butt. I just, bro, I don't understand what transpired, bro. Like, why is my body sore? Like, my whole body sore. I don't get it.
Now, besides Ray J walking around on stream acting like he's bricked up, that was pretty insane. I don't know if dude was just joking or not, but he had another clip where he was talking to Cenat and didn't seem like he was playing about his butt hurting and stuff after that night. But regardless, I ain't gonna spend too much time showing y'all all the zesty stuff from that stream. Now, he wasn't actually bricked up. I'll be real. He had like a little toy in his pants. I mean, I guess either way it goes is crazy because you got to remember a lot of underage people watch Cenat, and just to even play like that is just kind of crazy to do it on stream. But check this out though, right? I want to float back on the Ray J and Whitney thing. I think this video is a little bit more important to talk about that and maybe give us a little bit of answers on why Ray J is just still Ray J. And I don't know, it's like he's forcing himself to be relevant, but then again, he's still allowed on these platforms. So if y'all remember, Orlando Brown had a lot to say about Ray J. Yeah, we're going to take it there, right? He had something to say that was very interesting about Ray J and Whitney Houston, and as far as Ray J supplying her drugs. Now, this is not just Orlando Brown making assumptions or accusations. Ray J himself has also said that he was the kingpin of Hollywood. Orlando Brown accused him of getting drugs for Diddy and Cassie. He accused him of giving Whitney Houston the death bag and some other interesting stuff. I don't know if y'all watched the entire episode of Ray J and Cam Newton's podcast, But he also had a portion on there where he described him and Whitney Houston's relationship and how people thought he murdered her. So I was like, yeah, look, we got to use this video to talk about this. Because remember, like I said, Whitney Houston, possibly one of the biggest ritual sacrifices in the industry. And I think Ray J full of shit. Ray J know what happened. He know what happened. And some of the stuff when he's talking about it, you could tell the sin, the darkness weighs heavy on him. He knows what happened. So with that being said, let's get into the clip of him on Cam Newton's podcast. Then I'll play y'all some of the stuff that he said himself about being a kingpin and what Orlando Brown also said about him, all right? Check this out.
I love Whitney. I was with Whitney every fucking day. She was one of the most important people to me. Niggas is saying that I was in the room when she died. Bro, that's the biggest cap I've ever heard. I've heard it since the beginning. But when you know the truth, why do you have to jump out there and try to tell it to everybody? So I didn't care about what people were saying at first.
But I think it's important that you use this platform because one of the things that I was going to hit on is, number one, you mentioned murder, right?
That's, if you look on all my comments,
Yes.
Every time I go live, anything, you kill Whitney.
Okay.
That happens, and spam.
Now speak your truth on that.
Here's the truth. Just, it's not my truth. It's just certain times when narratives are going to the moon, that's not true. Everybody has you have to go and you have to shut certain things down.
Right.
The way they made that scene is so haunting to me. Here's why. I wasn't even there. I was nowhere around.
Where were you?
I was in San Diego doing a show.
Okay.
The Clive Davis event was the next day. We were gonna go there together. And we were gonna fucking really make the announcement that, like, you know what I'm saying? We was fucking around. And that we were locked in.
So y'all had a real relationship.
1000%, bro.
The real emotions.
Bro, that was my people, bro.
And bro, this funky Friday, ladies and gentlemen, where we keep it
I
100.
barely speak on Whitney. She's Whitney Houston.
Yes.
That's Whitney Houston, but she's Whitney to me, right? And to me, it's just so distasteful for somebody to tell somebody something that the other person can't respond to.
Right.
To me, it's unfair. So I've always just never said nothing. But now that this shit's going everywhere, like, bro, it's just fucking hurtful, bro. Like, when I got back to the hotel, they did not let me up at first. Until everything was cleared and it was just the family, that's when I was able to go upstairs and see the family. This is you talking like late at night. When I pull up, I got my shoes. I just talked to her on the phone. She's not there no more. It's over. Like, and Ray, who is her bodyguard, he found her and he called me. CNN says Ray J found her. And then 10 minutes later, like, oh no, Ray, her bodyguard. That shit's 10 minutes later, bro. You get what I'm saying?
Also, what Ray J doesn't understand is he was wrong for letting me come over his house when I was 13 and smoke weed against my mother's permission. Come on, Ray J. You are the dope man. You sold Whitney the death bag. Come on, man. You the dope man. You was the dope man for Diddy and Cassie. You the dope man. You know, you the dope man. and then you got the audacity to sit there on your on your whatever that is. I guess I've seen a preview of it. Talking about I'm the kingpin. Oh, are you the kingpin? Let me know. Just go ahead and further incriminate
Who would
yourself.
have ever thought, bro? Nigga? Who would have ever thought Ray J was the kingpin of Hollywood, nigga? Who would have ever thought, bro? Nigga? Who would have ever thought Ray J was the kingpin of Hollywood, nigga?
Now, I could believe it Because Ray J is like one of them dudes that always tried to align himself with certain shit because he didn't grow up that way. Grew up in Hollywood. So y'all know he had that stint where he trying to align himself with, them LA gangs and, the things he missed out on being able to do as a kid, basically. Kind of like how Soulja Boy did, like even kind of like Chris Brown too. Most of the time they extorting these type of artists because they get fascinated with wanting to be from the streets because they never really even had a chance to live that kind of life. Not saying it's like, you want to be able to live that way in life, but you know how it is, man. You get money, you get access to shit, and you want to be from something or you want to be something that you're not. So I don't have a hard time believing that he was really moving like that as far as supplying Hollywood. He probably was. I mean, everyone seems to think so. And the rumor has been, what it is since 2012, since Whitney Houston passed away. And if you think about it, Whitney Houston really had no reason to be with Ray J besides that. I mean, if she was really on it like that leading up to her last days, as they want us to believe, that would have been her connection to Ray J. I mean, Ray J was like 30 years old in 2012. Whitney Houston was late 40s. I mean, what other reason? Maybe Ray J was the plug and she messing with the plug. Maybe Ray J did supply her enough to get her, sedated and in that tub so that ritual could be, in line. You know what I'm saying? Because we know she didn't die from an OD. You know what I'm saying? Shortly before that happened to her, her daughter was found in a tub unconscious. So, it was leading up to the ultimate sacrifice of Whitney Houston. I mean, we've covered all of that extensively on the channel, from Whitney to her daughter to the daughter's, was he like her boyfriend or fiance at the time, his involvement and so on. I mean, it's eerie stuff that goes back decades with Whitney Houston, Brandy, Clive Davis, Ray J, just that old fashioned, demonic industry. And Ray J has been a part of it since he was a teenager, basically. So, I think I'll wrap it up right here, y'all. Just wanted to kind of touch on it. It's mostly came from seeing that stream again with Ray J on Cenat's Mafia-thon. So yeah, man, y'all let me know what y'all think about this one. A little bit shorter video for Sunday, but y'all already know, man, we'll be back with another one tomorrow. So with that being said, y'all, it's Black Balloon, and I'm going to see y'all soon, all right? I'm out.